Ever since Max announced their new Harry Potter TV series in April 2023, fans have wondered who will step into iconic Wizarding World roles. After all, most of the fanbase grew up watching a 10-year portrayal in the film series and may find it slightly weird to see a different actor or actress as their favourite character. Across a few videos, we'll be making some selections to play key Harry Potter characters. Starting us off are the show's main Hogwarts presence, Dumbledore, McGonagall, Snape and Hagrid. The 4 chosen actors for these roles will most likely be series regulars and therefore require a lot of care into who is cast. Just to note, these choices will be following some parameters. All actors picked for British or Irish characters will be British or Irish. So, with that said, let's start the video. Jared Harris as Albus Dumbledore. Yes, Jared Harris is the son of Richard Harris, who played Albus Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potter films. However, he has a lot more going for him than just that. As it happens, Jared is a BAFTA-winning and Emmy-nominated actor in his own right, with some of his most famous roles including Lane Price on Mad Men, King George VI on The Crown, and Valery Legasov on Chernobyl. There had been fan interest for Jared to play Dumbledore in the Fantastic Beasts films prior to Jude Law getting the role. Jared's age is also an important factor. Some popular fan cast choices for Dumbledore include Ian McKellen and Charles Dance, who are 84 and 76 respectively. Although both are great actors, it would be risky to gamble a 10-year commitment. On the other hand, Jared is 62, a decade younger than his father when he took on the role of Dumbledore. Then there's just the full circle feel-good element. Fans fondly remember Richard Harris's portrayal of Dumbledore in the early films, so seeing his son step up to play the role would be really nice to see. Michelle Fairley as Minerva McGonagall. Michelle Fairley already has experience in the fantasy genre through her time playing Catelyn Stark on Game of Thrones, and had a brief role in the last Harry Potter film as Hermione's mother. It was a blink and you'll miss it appearance with no lines, so let's put that to one side for now. In fact, Fairley's portrayal of Catelyn embodied some of McGonagall's key traits. Both women are strong and capable, yet also kind and generous. McGonagall is a powerful witch, no doubt, but she also cares about Harry's well-being, despite her sternness with him. I have no doubt that Fairley, if she is cast, could hold her own opposite the actor playing Dumbledore, rather than coming across as inferior to him. Being from Northern Ireland, Fairley could also utilise a similar Celtic element as Maggie Smith did when she played the role with a Scottish accent. Again, it's just a thought, and I'd be really interested to see which direction the producers go with when casting the role of McGonagall. Finn Whitehead as Severus Snape. Whitehead is a rising English actor with projects including Dunkirk and Black Mirror Bandersnatch under his belt. Born in 1997, he is 26 as of recording and would probably still be a little younger than Snape's book age of 31 when filming starts on this show. For some fans, Alan Rickman being in his mid-50s when he first played Snape was too far on one end of the scale. So it'll be interesting to see a version closer in age to how Snape was originally envisioned in the novels. What really drew me to Whitehead as Snape was his lead performance as Pip in the BBC's 23 adaptation of Great Expectations. Aside from Whitehead being a talented actor, the characters of Snape and Pip share some commonalities. Both come from poor, troubled families. Through the intervention of others, Hogwarts and Abel Magwitch respectively, they managed to make something of themselves. Pip and Snape also both face bullying and taunting from those who believe themselves to be better than each of them. They both also struggle with unrequited love. Snape is undoubtedly one of the most debated characters across all fan casting, and only time will tell before we know who's playing him in this show. As a matter of fact, Daniel Radcliffe was discovered for the role of Harry Potter through a Charles Dickens adaptation, that being BBC's David Copperfield back in the early 2000s. So, who knows, lightning could strike twice. Nick Frost as Rubeus Hagrid. There's already a few great choices floating around for Hagrid, but Nick Frost has to be my favourite. Already a beloved actor, especially through his work in the Cornetto trilogy, this sentiment would lend itself well to Hagrid's lovable nature. As of recording, Frost is 51 years old, and this puts him in the same age bracket as Robbie Coltrane when he first played the role. By the time filming would start for season 1, Frost would be about 8 or 9 years younger than Hagrid is supposed to be during Philosopher's/Sorcerer's Stone. Compared to the casting for the Marauders, Lily Potter and Snape in the original films, this is nothing. Like Robbie Coltrane, Frost has a comedic background and can definitely play the character's lighter scenes. Meanwhile, his work on the TV series Mr. Sloane and Why Women Kill had darker elements, so Frost has experience in balancing the two. Between Mr. Sloane, Why Women Kill and Into the Badlands, Frost has taken on more TV work in recent years. Although this would be a longer commitment, he's at least already considering the medium of television. Hagrid is a very important character in the overall story, as he is the one who reintroduces Harry to the wizarding world. As with Coltrane in the films, his friendly face is the one guiding Harry and the viewer along this journey, so in that regard, I think Frost would make a great pick. Frost would also be following in the footsteps of his long-term collaborator Simon Pegg, who stepped into the wizarding world by playing Phineas Nigellus Black in Hogwarts Legacy. These are my thoughts on those 4 characters, but feel free to leave your own in the comments down below. I'll be back in the future with more fan casting for this new Harry Potter TV show, but until then, goodbye.